Okay, so now that I'm not choking on myself anymore, so I got an email, from YouTube about this copyright tool. And more or less, I opened it up, and actually very few, copyright things I needed to worry about. Most of the copyright things to review were the Grave of Man campaign, so effectively, if I wanted to, I could actually copyright take down everybody else's videos of Grave of Man, which would be super dickish, and obviously I'm not going to do that. I tried, and I failed. I tried to actually send a message to Keith, more or less being like, haha, I could do terrible things, but I'm not going to because I'm a good person. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, no, we've all mutually agreed to not, well, I mean, obviously, it'd be a super dick move if any of us were like, copyright claim on the other's video. Like, how douchey would you have to be to effectively copyright claim your friend's video? But there was one person that had stolen a video of mine. I was actually really surprised. I was expecting more people to have stolen my videos on the sly. But it was... No, it was the last year. But so... Yeah, there probably will be more. Yeah, no, there will be more. The tool's just getting rolled out. But, hopefully stuff grows down here. Or does it need water to grow? Oh, that might suck. Alright, whatever. But, so, it looked like what he did was... And he didn't just do this to me, he did this to multiple people. His entire channel is dedicated to stealing other people's MMO videos. And re-uploading them kind of at opportune times. He only got, like, 30 views on the video that he stole from me. But, you know, he had some Destiny 2 videos, he had some Warframe videos and stuff like that. YouTube actually implemented something that benefits the creators. So, YouTube gets, like, a really, really bad rap, and everybody gets, like, really scared about it, but YouTube has been nothing but good for me for the past year. Like, people were very, very scared of the adpocalypse, and for good reason. The adpocalypse was scary. But nobody actually talks about the aftermath of the adpocalypse, and there are still some, like, aftermathy things. But a year ago, I was making about $3,000, $4,000. I'm making twice that this year, and my views have only gone up by, like, 50%-ish. Like, when the adpocalypse happened, I think it was, like, June? No, it might have been earlier. It might have been, like, April or even as early as March. I don't exactly remember. But effectively, adpocalypse happens, and everybody kind of collectively loses their shit. And justifiably so. Like, I think, I was at 2 million views, and I was getting about $1,800, and I'm like, oh, this might not actually be nearly as sustainable of a job as I thought it was going to be. Which sucked, because I just moved out here. And I was just like, you know, I am breaking even this month, and, like, if that's what I have to do, that's what I have to do, and, you know, maybe I'll look into alternate monetization schemes. And then, you know, I was just like, well, I'll just kind of wait it out and see how everything goes. Let's just open this up. This year, the amount of money I effectively made has increased tremendously. Pretty much for no good reason, and I think it's entirely because of the adpocalypse. That effectively YouTube had kind of been sitting at this equilibrium. They had been mostly just kind of ignoring the situation until it became a problem, and that in everything becoming a problem, they actually stumbled across like a particularly decent solution, at least for us on the upper end. It is kind of shitty for people lower than 1,000 subscribers, lower than 10,000 views a month. But, like, I'm gonna be totally honest, I actually ended up I didn't monetize my channel until I hit 1,000 subscribers. So, like, anybody that kind of complains about the whole monetization thing, I've been there. It's not bad. Like, you really don't need that much money. Or, no, you don't need that little money, because it really wasn't that much. When I first started monetizing my videos, I was straight up making, like, $100 a month. And that was, like, 100,000 views. Which is 10 times the amount that you need to qualify to monetize. And so, like, anybody that gets, like, you know, really angry at YouTube and is like, we need that money, I mean, you do. But, like, the trade-off is, this way you're going to make more money when you're big, as long as you get there. If that makes sense. It balances out really well. Yeah. When did the apocalypse end? Honestly, it actually ended almost immediately. YouTube effectively rolled out a couple of new rules that pissed everybody off, but then otherwise... the apocalypse has been quote-unquote done forever. Oh, I should see if I can actually plant some of the, dead cave stuff. Let's see if I can. Oh, these are logs. Deep cave tree. Deep caves bush. Can I plant this? I guess I have a seed. That's interesting. Okay, so what do I have the ability to make right now? We need one more bush and a couple more particle emitters, but I think I'm gonna make the sniper rifle. Because I'm definitely underpowered on the whole weapon side of things, and actually having a good sniper rifle seems like a good idea. I apparently made a second Gatling laser, and I have no idea when. Okay, that looks pretty good. See, how many apocalypses were there? I mean, effectively, every couple of years there's a big YouTube controversy. There were three over the course of the last year. The first one was PewDiePie. PewDiePie yelling racist shit like an idiot. Because, well, PewDiePie is not actually that bad of a guy. He does some pretty nice humanitarian things. Problem is he has no verbal filter. Like, back in the outside of his channel, he yelled the N-word just like it was normal. Because it was for him. Because, you know, for him it wasn't like a racially charged thing, it was just a word. And it took him a little while to realize, like, yeah, okay, I shouldn't be yelling racial epithets, even if, you know, I'm not attaching meaning to that. And so I'm actually kind of impressed that he managed to keep it under wraps for so long. Because truly, like, it would have... truly, like, to be able to shut down word usage for, like, a word or two for that long without accidentally, like, saying it, it's, kind of impressive. I mean, obviously, it's still kind of despicable that he'd say anything of the sort, but, I mean, try and, like, stop saying a word. Unconscious, completely, like, cold turkey, never saying it again. It's tough. But yeah, so he was an idiot and said the N-word. And obviously, like, he deserved the shit he got for it. For the most part, there were some reactions that might have been a little bit, strong, considering, like, he's not Logan Paul. I think everybody kind of treated PewDiePie as, like, some kind of soulless dude. Wow. Okay, I can fly so fast it hurts me, actually. What about the N-word? PewDiePie yelling it. Anywho, so PewDiePie was stupid and yelled it. I killed myself firing myself into a ceiling. That's a new one. Alright. This is both amazing and extremely dangerous. That's really funny. Anyway, so yeah, it was controversial, and honestly, like, he absolutely should not have done that. Like, I'm not gonna try and argue that, you know, he was innocent in this, but anyway, so he was a dumbass, and YouTube was kind of like, oh, we need to kind of, like, batten down the hatches a little bit because Wall Street Journal and a bunch of other websites are effectively giving us bad press. You know, making it seem like YouTubers are just loose cannons. And so they really, like, tightened down the filters, which is where the piss money symbol comes from. So if you've... The one direction that I cannot defend against, directly up. I should probably actually widen that hole at some point. actually kind of surprised anything's coming from there. Okay. I guess what I could do is actually just fill it in. We could get some water. Or just block it off, or any number of things. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. But, they started doing the piss money symbol kind of in reaction, because, like, you know, you really don't want to be known as the site that supports a bunch of people yelling racial epitaphs. Just, in general, it's not good optics, and YouTube has always been kind of a tentative operation anyway. There's a lot that could go wrong, and the moment the advertisers start pulling out, because they will pull out, YouTube is kind of a shaky investment compared to, like, TV, which, like, everybody, no matter what happens, TV will be around for the next, like, 20, 30 years, pretty much without anybody having to do anything, if that makes sense. And so YouTube pretty much can't afford having controversies like that. So yeah, they made it so if it even thinks you said a bad word, it will kind of like automatically filter you and make it so only advertisers that don't care get put on your video and stuff like that. And honestly, that was actually a good idea. I would rather YouTube kind of protect its ass like that than effectively drive itself into the ground. But the other thing that immediately happened, I think within a week of PewDiePie, was it was also found out that groups like ISIS were kind of covertly sneaking their videos onto YouTube and monetizing them, which is how everybody more or less found out, because super shittily there were like, you know, effectively ads being put on about like veterans and stuff like that, and like charities for victims of ISIS, and just like a billion things that like you don't really want ads on ISIS videos. Like, and nobody wants ads on ISIS videos, but especially these people were like super upset, and justifiably so. And so what ended up happening was effectively YouTube added the second part of the ad apocalypse. So piss money symbol kind of solves the racy stuff, and obviously, you know, gun noises, swears, screaming, yelling, bad tags, political stuff, so on and so forth. Pretty much anything that might bother an advertiser got flagged. And, alright, fine, whatever. But the ISIS video thing was kind of a different problem, because you couldn't immediately, like, just find an ISIS video. Difficult to pull off without effectively just locking off an entire language or any number of things. So the trick, their solution was effectively to say, okay, well, instead of everybody being able to monetize their videos, because pretty much YouTube had a say before that, but it was pretty much just like, well, do you qualify? Pretty much, did you verify your account with an email address, or like a did you verify your account on you know, Gmail or whatever with a phone number maybe, and it was not stringent in the slightest. Anybody could put ads on their videos. So that's where the new rule came out, where they said, okay, now only channels with 10,000 views a month and 1,000 subscribers could monetize. Because now you can't just make like a channel and be like, okay, you know, okay, I'm going to monetize it. No, you have to struggle bug your way all the way up. And a lot of people were really mad about that, but it really does solve the problem. You know, I was talking about this person stealing my videos. He couldn't monetize them. The best he could do is steal my video and hope that nobody would notice long enough for him to grow large enough that that he could delete the old videos and move on. Problem is, that's not a very sustainable model, and so his channel shut down because it wasn't doing well. And so I've noticed significantly less channels effectively rehosting stolen content. which is actually really nice, because it more or less means I don't have to fight for my own rights constantly. Yeah, nobody will notice. Well, I mean, realistically, this guy managed to have my video on his channel for about a year, and no one knew. I didn't. Yeah, you can't like reverse image search a whole video. But what YouTube can do is do it for you. And I really appreciate that. Because now, if anybody decides to steal my video, I can just be like, no. Have I come across any Wanderbots _ channels yet? I've run into a couple. Most of them seem, you know, pretty benign. There's like a Wanderbot 2 on Twitter and stuff like that. And I have no idea if they have anything to do with me, to be totally honest. And they might. They might not. But, unless they actually actively start, like, trying to impersonate me, I'm not too buggered by it. I can just kind of do whatever. Now, the moment they start saying, I'm the real Wanderbot, or, like, actually trying to impersonate me, that's a little bit tougher. I had a impersonator for a little while that was actively trying to get keys from developers. But, honestly, developers, I think, kind of wisened up a little bit. There were a number of articles that came out recent-ish, where, effectively the, I think it was, I think this was actually Tiny Build, the publishers for, I mean, a stupid amount of games, honestly. The publishers kind of came out saying, wait, what? Oh, I see. The 2 just means I have, that's just the slot it's in. That's good. Okay, so now I got a shotgun and a sniper rifle. That's good. Wonder if YouTube can tell a reversed video. Yes, they can. It's how they catch all the anime re-uploads. Hey, I can get the war drone. Cool. Or did I already have a war drone? No, I had... What is he currently? I don't know. I think I've got him set to war drone. It's very hard to tell the difference between combat drone and war drone. Oh no, he's still in combat drone mode. There we go. Okay, so now we've got him about as kitted out as I can possibly get him. I'm kind of killing time while we wait for my HP to come back. So we still need to make some explosives, which I can make now. We've got unstable gem residue, and we've got a fair bit of sulfur. Don't know what the AoE on the explosive is, though. What about Twitch highlight channels? Are there a lot of these channels that steal VODs and stuff? Yes, there are. I don't really know what to think about those, to be totally honest. Sorry. Realistically, I think it comes down to the YouTuber. For me, obviously, a Twitch VODs channel would actively be, effectively, getting too close to my own operation. So if somebody asked me, hey, can I make, like, a VOD uploads channel? I would say no, just because, like, my own channel is VOD upload channel, and if somebody else starts doing that, like, effectively, they're just competing for my YouTube views. Now, if somebody wanted to do kind of like the, Game Grumps animated, or the, like, you know, best of, okay, I could kind of work with that. That wouldn't be so bad. But I think all the times, you know, all of those, like, VOD upload channels, they absolutely should ask for permission first. There's no situation where it's okay to be like, hey, hey, I'm just going to, more or less, just re-upload this person's Twitch videos. Unless they're fine with it. Because, yeah, there are some streamers that just never put up their videos. And if they don't mind, then that's okay. Yeah, so no unofficial NerdCube live for me. Nope. Oh, no. I don't think being down here is going to be good for me. Oh, okay, so there's some stalactites and stalagmites. I think there's a boss here. Let's kind of coming for me. Yeah, there he is. Bell's a dick maherb. Yeah, I'm not really ready for this fight. And I'm dying. Yeah, let's just go back for a bit. I'll fight him later. Honestly, what I probably want to do... Oh. Nope. What I want to do is actually find one of those pillars, so I'm just going to go sideways. I want to find one of those pillars. Because, yeah, I can fight him. But, obviously, I took a ton of damage landing. And I want to be ready for it. Specifically, I haven't made any healing items in, like, forever. I was kind of hoping there would be, some more, like, resources down below. But no, it looks like I'm going to have to kind of suffer through the caves here to get to it. I should probably look into upgrading my armor. I don't think I have the most recent set of armor. Now that I'm thinking about it. There's a bunch of things I should do. Oh, good. There's some more of the plants and stuff that I need. Okay, let's go back. Flood the entire underground, drown him. That'll be really hard. I'd pretty much have to blow a hole through the volcano to do so. I'd try to get the energy shield. Yup. I'm just gonna kind of fly up here. We'll deal with it the rest of the way. And up we go, because yeah, it's about to be nighttime. And we might as well craft while we do this. Okay, so what can I make? Doesn't look like we got a new body armor. There was a previous body armor, but yeah, it's not something I need. Okay. So, there's also the flamethrower I should look into, but I don't know where to get the lava spider. Probably over to the right. I guess I know exactly how I could regrow the, or I could flood hell, but it would take some it would take some effort. I'm wearing my uncomfortable underwear. I have 3 sets of underwear that are effectively the underwear that I wear when I'm like... that I wear when, like, I need to do laundry. More or less to force me to do laundry. Because, yeah, wow, sorry about that. I am a slob today. I wasn't even expecting to do that. I was like, cuz, it's just like, whoa, that was me. Why was that me? You're welcome, internet. Anyway, but yeah, so I've got my, like, super inconvenient underwear on because this'll actually force me to, this'll actually force me to do laundry today. And I think that's a fine setup. I'm gonna take this whole thing and move it down, I think. Confirmed Wanderer is a slob. I am a bit of a slob. I try not to let my slovenly ways show, but I can absolutely be a bit of a slob. And, I mean, I'm an internet hermit. Kinda comes with the position. Anywho, what was I even talking about? I don't know. Tons of things to talk about. Oh, right, yeah. But, so, pretty much I'm just wearing the uncomfortable underwear, so every once in a while I have to, like, shift. Because it's like, they're the... I don't know if they're supposed to be, like, cool underwear or warm underwear or what, but effectively, they're just the underwear that makes me painfully aware of how warm it is in the building I'm in. Because, my butt heats up. It's very strange having, like, an uncomfortably warm behind compared to everything else. I don't know. It's just the way it is. Okay, so let's just kind of go over here. I like this shotgun. It doesn't have the range that the sniper rifle has, but it's just like, oh hey, find an enemy, die. Like, I bet we could actually fight Beelzebub down below. Tight underwear makes it hard to relax. Yeah, I like I'm a boxer briefs kind of guy. I tried boxers for a while. They were nice, but I specifically, at least when I was living with my parents. Obviously, like, I would put on clothes when I went out, but I usually would not sleep commando, but I'd only sleep in my boxers. Because my parents don't believe in air conditioning. We had air conditioning when we lived in North Carolina, Just because, like, there was no way we could live in that state otherwise. Watching the Pilgrim series of yours is fantastic. I need to actually go back and finish uploading that series. For whatever reason, I never got every video up. I think, something went wrong with my editing setup. I also need to do, like, a new Fallout series at some point. What about Tidy Whities? They're too short. I like my underwear to go down, like, mid-thigh if possible. Because then I can, like, kind of walk around and not feel like a complete weirdo. Actually, no, I know exactly why I don't like Tidy Whities. Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson is why I don't like, Tidy Whities. I'm assuming a number of you guys have seen The Simpsons. It's not uncommon to have, like, Homer Simpson in those, specifically just be sitting around in his underwear, and I was just like, ugh. I never liked it. It just was a bad image for me. So I've just never ever wanted, like, Tidy Whities of any kind, because it's just like, nope, hard pass on that. Give me some briefs, at least you look like a respectable human being. Opposed to Homer Simpson. An OAC sounds like a torture. It wasn't so bad, we lived up in the northeast, but, like, it would regularly get 90 degrees in my parents' house. And so I'd just be, like, lying there, just on the bed, just in my briefs, being like, I hate living here. And then eventually I was just like, I'm getting my own place. I'm getting my own place with AC. We're looking into potentially moving out to Seattle, maybe in the next, like, year or two. But none of the places have AC, and I'm like, I know I don't need it, but I still want it. No underwear, no pants. True internet hermit. I cannot be underwearless. Like, I've gotta be wearing something. Pure nothing is only for, very, very specific times that let's not talk about. Like showering. And pooping. I guess I'm talking about them. Let's not talk about it anymore. I like this gun. It's fun. Seattle is nice, but expensive. Yeah, honestly, I don't even want to go to Seattle itself. I kind of want to be in the area. So specifically, I was looking into, like, Olympia, Vancouver, just kind of, like, a couple of things in the area, because, like, there is nothing in Kansas. The only reason why we're here is because it's cheap. And I kind of want to move up to the northwest where, well, for starters, I haven't heard of anybody, like, running into swatting issues as much up there. Ooh, that's a resource I haven't seen yet. Sapphire! Hey, I needed one of those. But also, like, near conventions, because there's one convention in Kansas. And, there's probably more in Kansas, but I'm talking, like, conventions that we could reasonably drive to for Shell to sell art at. And, yeah. Unfortunately, looking at new places is scary. So we probably won't, like, actually make any, like, proper decisions until we, until it comes... Oh, shoot, when is it? When PAX comes around. Because when PAX comes around, it's gonna be mad easy, because it's just like, yeah, alright. Do we like being here? Yes? No? Ooh, look at all this stuff. Nice convention here is OrcaCon. There's a ton of conventions. Yeah, have I checked out Portland? Not too much. I think Portland itself is pretty pricey from what I was looking at, but maybe I just wasn't looking at the right place. You love the Northwest. I really enjoyed living down in Southern California, and I've always kind of wanted to go back, but obviously Shell doesn't really want that. It's too south for her. And so instead, Northwest seems like a decent idea. Tons of companies there. Conventions. People. I've met... Well, I guess I did actually meet a YouTuber here, but she was just kind of starting out. And only put out, like, a video a month and something like that. I'm just like, I would love to actually potentially be near people that I could go see. Yeah, I guess, Jazz, you're hanging out. I can't look at your Twitter sometimes, because I'm just like, no, she has a social life. I don't like that. I don't have one. but I absolutely, like, chose my living position for very specific reasons. Going full-time on YouTube was scary. Being able to, like, move to a place where, like, I could effectively live here without paying any money. I have to pay money, but I barely have to pay money. It is dirt cheap in Kansas, compared to past couple places I've lived, especially for the quality. And so it's just like, alright, I'm safe here. And now it's just like, well, if I move, it's gonna, like, double my rent, but maybe I could rent a house. I think Keith is also considering moving up to Seattle area. I'll have to talk to him about that at some point. Because originally Keith and I had kind of been considering renting a place together, but eventually I just kind of bit the bullet and moved out here on my own. I mean, for starters, it is certainly nice being able to walk around your own home in your briefs and not have to worry about offending somebody else's sensibilities, or not having to worry about somebody else doing the exact same thing to you. Unless they're your fiancé, at which point it's appreciated as opposed to unappreciated. I've had roommates before. I've had roommates that sleep in the buff. That was not fun. Yeah, don't rent together, that never works. Yeah, that's kind of my problem. It's like, I've had roommates, and honestly, I've never actually had... No, I had one bad roommate situation, but that's just because he was physically abusive. And just kind of a dick to begin with. But he wasn't even a friend. But yeah, in general, I'd prefer to always have my own place. It is just so much more comfortable. Because then you can kind of, like, take a break and just go home. You're like, okay, I can just disconnect from this situation right now. Obviously, roommates are really important if you're trying to, you know, not starve to death. Let's see, come to Portland, have group, join your group fund. Yeah, I mean, it was a consideration. I just gotta look at, rental properties, because part of it is, I was looking at, apartments, and I'm like, okay, so apartments are pretty much twice as expensive. I should probably start booking home. Oof, this could be a problem. We'll be no, jeez. Hello, bugs. Let me see. But, no. Bugs. Okay. Yeah, I was looking at apartments in, like, the Portland, Seattle area, and I was just like, okay. These are kind of expensive. And so I started looking at rental properties, like rental houses and whatnot. They're actually significantly less expensive. Sort of. Like, I could get a full, like, 3-bedroom house. Pretty much for the exact same price that I could get, like, a... I like it how I'm just talking about adult things. Welcome to Dig In and Adult Things with Wanderbot. I don't know. Just like out of things to talk about, apart from just gathering resources. Yeah, we ranged out a little bit far here. Okay, dig or adult. Dig and adult. There's no or here. You don't get a choice. Someday everyone adults. It's just the question of when. When adults... Okay, I'm close. We might have a bit of a pickle for a bit. We'll see. I gotta get that shield generator. At least I can use this. I really wish you could move just a little bit faster in this game sometimes. Guess there's our answer. Ooh, sulfur. Even that for later. I'm just gonna dig this way. Luckily, most of these guys are gonna have to spawn in near me and whatnot. The rental got out of hand last 5 years. Starting to slow down. That's good. Yeah. But, so, the thing is, renting an apartment's really, really easy. Because you can pretty much just say, like, yeah, okay, let's take a look at these images, let's look at the reviews and whatever. And you pretty much know exactly... Not exactly what you're gonna get, but as long as the place isn't, like, downright trying to, like, hide bad reviews from you, which... One of the apartments we almost moved to was straight up hiding all of their bad reviews under a different name. Effectively, if you tried to review their property with bad review, they'd say, that's not us. And then if you tried to, and then if you reviewed the property with a good review, they'd be like, yeah, that's us. And that was like the scummiest thing I'd ever seen. And we only found out because Shell was like, why is there barbed wire? Yeah, around the complex. Yeah, Google Maps saved her butts on that one. Let's see. Where to replace? I can probably replace that one. Okay, I got the particle shield too. Oh, there we go. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just complicated. Adulting is hard. If I was working a regular job, I could just take a week off and be like, yo, what's this place that I want to move to look like? But no, because I'm a professional internet hermit, it's a little harder. Okay, let's see. So the other thing is, we gotta find some fire ants. So there's pretty much no combat upgrades I could possibly hope to get at this point that I don't already have. We do have the invisibility bracer. We do have some armor potions. I might as well get another set of large healing potions and actually equip them. Probably instead of the water pressure, because I don't need that at this point. Oh, I've got like a little bubble around me. Cool. Okay, so let's go fight this sucker, and then let's go switch games, because I did say I was gonna go try out Outpost 0 today, and seeing as we've got people interested in it, I'd like to do that. This is one of those like one more turn kind of games, where you're just like just a little bit more and I'll be okay. But fighting this boss will probably put us in a really good spot to potentially move on to the end of the game. We've got maybe one, maybe two more bosses. And then it's just... Then it's just the end. Then we fly out of here. I know easy mode kind of made this game a little bit on the trivial side, but I think it was the right difficulty for me. The right pace, I guess. Pace. Pache. Alright, and down we go. Come here, Satan. I got a gun for you. Nope, wrong one. Okay. Seems like actually kiting directly around him is a good idea. Up until that happens, that kind of hurts. Okay. I mostly just gotta watch out for his insanely large super nukes. Those are kind of scary. Might even be able to face tank him. Okay, he's done. That was quick. And he is worth a bunch of sapphires and demon skin. Okay, that's something else I didn't have access to. Alright, let's see what else we got around here. Hellhounds. A bunch of them. Which we need Hellhound's horns for something. There we go. Okay. Save, we've got plenty of time. Let's just snipe some of these things. It's interesting that that super cannon still remains kind of the highest damage item in the game. Well, no, I think this shotgun actually wins that category. We still haven't found any fire ants. Which is the other thing I specifically wanted to see if I could find. while I was down here. Watch there just be like a straight up bigger demon. It's like a little bit further in. Aha! You thought it was me, but no! Or you thought it was just me, but no. Damage. Oh, that shield is crazy. So, I thought it was supposed to, like, reduce my, the damage I take by half, but it looks like it actually just gives me, like, a, it looks like it just gives me, like, a resistance to damage. See, did Wander beat all the Diablo games? I have not ever beaten a Diablo... I have not even played a Diablo game on this channel. I tried. There was one day, years ago, where I attempted to play Diablo 1 with my friends. That is so far the only time I've ever attempted a Diablo series on this channel. So the shield has half of my HP. That's cool. Where are these lava ants? I don't know. Unfortunately, we gotta make the extremely long walk back. I bet there's somewhere in the volcano that I haven't found yet. Or they might be on the inside of the, that weird flesh ball. Hopefully not that. Yeah, I tried Diablo 2 with Keith, right? I tried Diablo 2 with Keith, Bird, and Andrew, years ago. Effectively, this is before I ever streamed. I think this might have been, like... either really... Oh. This might have been when I just moved into my parents' place, or it was, like, even before that. But effectively, I was like, okay, I wanna play, like, a multiplayer game. And so we attempted to do a series on... System Shock 2 multiplayer. But that was janky and bad and didn't quite work, and kind of gave up on that pretty quick. And then we tried... I think then we tried Diablo 1, because I had copies of it. I think everybody owned it or something like that. There's a flesh ball? Yeah, there's a creepy flesh ball. Oh, you know what? Okay, there we go. Perfect! The fire spiders are exactly where you'd expect a fire spider to be. In the volcano, but what part of the volcano? Unfortunately, I get the feeling I'm gonna have to, like, bust out the explosives to get in there or something. I don't know. Anyway, at the very least, we're back here for now. So we got a bunch of sapphires. Is there anything interesting I could make with it? Nope, not overwhelmingly. Huh. Yeah, rocket bits, but I think I should probably save my, sapphires. So what do we even need at this point? Because I can make 5 of these. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to need a lot more titanium. We're going to need a diamond from somewhere. Probably a boss. Let's see. So I only need 1 rocket engine. Only 1. So I got to get a bunch more titanium. We got to go for the weird creepy flesh ball. And then we can... yeah, and then we have to go probably into the volcano. Somewhere. And then we win. Sweet.